Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson now. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, and they go back to Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Steelers had 6 and 9 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down carry for Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. They still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ready. 2nd and 7. Ready. Now a first carry for their fullback. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Well, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
He's got this to Pickens, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Second and 11. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. David Ojabo has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it?
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Play action, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And cycle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Waddle now to return it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following bring the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Ron Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Come on, set.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Play action. Now Jackson. Try to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, Here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They go play action with Jackson. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluded, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll send the receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here we go, set. Black out.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Ravens, they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.